We're here in New York at the 2015 IAB Ad Operations Summit. We just wrapped our town halls where we call on attendees to collaborate on the industry's most pressing issues. Let's hear what they had to say on achieving scale for video publishers.
So we're here to recap on our session today in the town hall. We were talking about achieving scale and premium video. We had a good panel, mix of sell-side and buy-side players, as well as a lot of the vendors in the industry. So it was a good mix, good discussion. Our discussion really gravitated towards live and long form in particular. And we were talking a lot about programmatic. So how do we make programmatic work in live and long form? How do we make the viewer experience work? So how do we enforce competitive separation? How do we make sure automakers don't run against each other in a mid-roll break? And how do we really enforce TV compliance standards in this kind of new digital long form and live world? At FreeWheel, I think one of the stats we always talk about is we've seen about 150% growth year over year in live volume, and that's sports, but also news. So Susie, who works at NBC, has a lot of experience in the live sports world. So maybe we could talk a little bit about what we see as the challenges in monetizing live inventory, and how can FreeWheel and NBC work together to solve them?
Yeah, someone in the room today mentioned programmatic, and at that point, that makes me very nervous because I think we're still in the early days for live streaming when it comes to how adventurous we can be. There's nothing more important than the stability of the stream. And somebody said to me last week, respect the stream. I will highlight, please respect the stream. You do not want to be the person that for any reason Sunday Night Football comes down or it blacks out. You want to keep your stream, your content up live. So one of the things we do at NBC, and when the gentleman from the agency mentioned, again, programmatic, and it brought me back to be like, who in the room is actually using VAST tags in the live stream? Because to me, I'm not a control freak, but I like to control my stream. When I hear the word VAST, I think of losing my control because now I'm given to my agency and my clients, mainly the agencies, the ability to swap out a tag on a Saturday. Someone goes, oh, we need to change that creative. I don't know about that. That creative is, maybe it's got a little bit of slate on it. I go back to opening night of football. When we had a particular client, a very good friend of mine, who gave us a piece of creative, it had a slate, and 10 minutes to the stream, I was told to kill that ad. And thankfully we scrambled and we were able to fix the ad, but that particular ad with the slate could have actually crashed my stream. That's a big deal. So what I would like to see from the IAB and other people is hear more about how other live, how other Fox, ABC, whoever's in the live business, how are you dealing with the VAST tags and the pressure coming down from the advertisers and the agencies because they want quartile reporting, they want viewability. But again, all of those third-party tags open up a world where my streams will come down. And again, with the Olympics in our future, and yes, I know we'll do everything we can possibly do for our clients, but for both my clients and me, the stability of the stream is the most important thing.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, and I think that the VAST discussion was super important because one of the things that we're really waiting for in live is an effective way to execute programmatic buys. And when I say effective, I mean enforcing TV compliance. So we're going to get a whole bunch of tags coming through for a big live game, but we want to make sure that we're not putting automakers next to each other in a break, which is a requirement for the TV buyers that are buying the live digital streams. And that to me is one of the biggest things that's preventing programmatic from really taking off in this space, and it's the most premium inventory. One of the things that we really talked about was live volume goes like this, and it goes up and down, and it's very unpredictable, and programmatic will be a good way to sort of help balance the supply and demand issues that happen when you get 1 million people that somehow tune in for a game and you thought there were going to be 200,000. How do you make sure you have enough demand in real time to compensate for that? Part of the way that we're working through that at FreeWheel is actually to meld some of the best practices from linear with digital. So the concept of linear spot scheduling, putting Geico in the 8:13 break, beginning to bring some of that over and some of that predictability of linear with the sort of yield optimization and delivery optimization of digital and programmatic. So our discussion really was about how linear and digital really ultimately comes together, and I think there's a lot of technical requirements, but ultimately it will also be about sales and planning and we're excited to work on it.
Yeah, no, it's a really, really exciting world.
Teamwork.
Yay!